Guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you part 10 of my um Minecraft Stoneblock 4 playthrough. I forgot to actually change the stream title. Let's update that. Stoneblock part. Let's just go with 10. I think that's correct, but yeah, so what do you have? You got a pitch blade, glowing mushrooms, regular mushrooms. Nothing I really need. You may notice that I didn't actually get around to setting up my AE2 stuff better. Like, actually centralizing it, hiding this and everything. And that is because I spent most of my time, of which I had like maybe a day's worth of playtime, trying to figure out a better way to do storage. Because, are you still not... So, if we jump up here, all of these have, Ender IO cables. Why does that one not seem to be getting anything? Really don't know why that doesn't seem to be getting anything. Let's check. Which one do I have? There's one of these that should tell me if this is working properly or not. It should be... yeah. So you are working. You're being fed. So this whole line is being fed thingos, but for some reason, well, for one, that doesn't seem to be going up, even though it's going up very slowly. But yeah, let's just jump up here. So what I've got done is I've changed the farm out a little. It's now a ring of 8 and a ring of 20. I've got a plant sower from Industrial Foregoing, just feeding up all the blocks above it. I think that's the one that has its no. Oops. Yeah, so that's just feeding all of these. This one, which is the one that had the box showing, this is harvesting all of them. It doesn't seem to actually harvest all of them, but that's feeding down into this. And then this is also got a whole bunch of extra seeds. So we got 37k here, another 32k here. This has 2 stack upgrades. I turned it into a netherite barrel because I thought maybe that would allow me to put a third one in. It didn't, so that wasn't really necessary. I really don't know where all the seeds are going if they're not being fed into the ones that I think they should be. All of these just passed out and down to the respective rows. Let's look at you. Are you actually going up? Yes, very slowly. So you have no reason to be drawing as much. You are going up very slowly. No reason to be drawing as much. We saw you were going slow. You're going slow. You're going slow. 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 And those were the only ones. Yet somehow, the 8 are going slow. Yet we're losing, what what is that, 32? We're losing a half stack somewhere. And I don't know where. Let me actually switch you to active with signal. And I don't know where it's taking all these seeds. That would probably be where all my seeds were going. How did you even get a void upgrade? I haven't brought any up here. Okay, so that's actually cleared up a lot. Speaking of void upgrades, on top of all of that taking a while, this took like 7 redesigns before I got one that actually worked, by the way. Originally I was trying to get it self-sufficient just off of the plants, like the chicken seeds. Did not work. I tried it with 4 rows of these, way too much. I tried it with 1 of these. Well, no, actually I tried it with this feeding into 4 of these to keep it up. That didn't work. I tried these under the dirt blocks because I thought maybe that was how it worked. No, these have to be on top. I was going to change it into the biogenerators when I brought these cactuses up here, and then I'm like, wait, no, I can use those for the agronomic. That wasn't keeping up with having 4 of these running, so I made a splitter relay to then feed into the 4 different jars, which are each feeding into their own source link. With the fact that all of these are staying pretty much fully topped up, like every now and then a couple of them will jump down and then jump back up, but with how it's staying, I might be able to add a 3rd row, but yeah, that's just 2 rows here, energy cables in between, because unlike most other AE2 stuff, these can't pass energy through. Yeah, so I've just been sitting here a couple times in the background, just farming these up massively to keep it in stock. They put an update out where these loop bees actually drop tier appropriate rewards, like progression tier appropriate. So that means that we can now actually get useful stuff. They've been dropping a lot of steel, which is nice, since that's our only real way to get steel outside of the metallurgic infuser. But my biggest issue that I've had with storage is finding a way to make it so that when we fill these up, I can take it out of here. I can take some out of here, and then say I only need 4 and I pull out a stack. By the time I put the stack back, the chickens, the roost, will have already passed the stack that it's holding into the drawer. So what I wanted was to put void upgrades into the drawers to then be able to, if any of those are full and I have excess items, they would pass through into there and be voided so that they're not filling up my drives. Makes sense, okay. Problem is, doing so means a continuous draw on seeds here. Because if they're just passing into a thing that is voiding it at the same rate, then it's just a continuous cycle and we burn through a lot of seeds. So I thought, okay, we'll put in a void and we'll put in a redstone upgrade. That way when we're using these cables, if it's putting out a high redstone signal, these will be shut off so that it can build up. The problem is, with the redstone signal, it's either, let me get that on one that's actually active. Coal, that's one that's active, yeah. So you've got always active, so it's always just pumping through, fine. You've got active with signal, meaning that when these are putting out a signal, this will be active. That's the opposite of what we want. You've got never active, so they never actually pump anything out. And then you've got active without signal. So whenever these aren't putting out a signal, they're basically empty. That's when these will be unlocked. Which, yeah, that's fine. But it means that, I almost ran out of redstone before I put in the, upgrade. Yeah, before I put in the upgrade, I almost ran out of redstone, and it still was not pumping through. I was down at, like, 800 from, what was it? 4.6. Just from the various craftings I had to do to get all of this together. And also all the redstone upgrades and all of that. So, there's no way to actually get it to... If these aren't putting out a max signal, like, when it's full, it puts out a signal strength of 15, which is the max redstone signal. What I want is, if it's 14 or below, to unlock this. This works on 1 and below. Maybe even a 0, because I had to take it down to 2 stacks, and there's 32 stacks worth in there. So, that's 1/16 of the fill level, and it goes 0 through to 15. So, that's 16 numbers. So when it's on 0 output, that's when it unlocks. So, yeah, there's no way for me to actually get that going the way I want to. And I know there's no way because if we go through logistics and automation, I checked the pipes mod, I checked End-IO, I checked mechanism, I checked... Well, classic pipes don't actually have a redstone thing, so I didn't check them. I checked Orotech, I checked, there was another one I checked that doesn't actually show up there. But if we go with classic, see, the only ones that actually have redstone, was there one that actually had redstone? Because I remember Buildcraft not actually having much redstone to do with it. Just do that quickly. I could have done this, with a different type of wood, but... Yeah, if we just put that there, there's no, like, interface or anything. So, you need to find, like, that extracts items, so you need to actually put this on the end that's connected. This extracts full stacks and can be filtered. This, is like when you've got multiple directional pipes, you put this in and it just flows in a single direction. Prioritize inserting items into cables. Accelerates items, so it's just, they move through quicker. Sorts items, so you can actually have multiple things branching off of this pipe. Basically, this is the opposite of this. This deploys items like a dispenser would. Never connects to containers. Deletes items. Randomly distributes items, I don't know what that means. Routes items into networked pipes. So I'm pretty sure that can connect these to like the End-IO or the Orotech. Pulls from adjacent containers. Don't know what difference that and that is. Request items from a network. Keeps a container stocked with items. I don't know. But yeah, none of these actually have any redstone functionality. At least in what I want. Modular routers, I know absolutely nothing about. Laser IO, I don't know anything about. XNet, XNet may. I'd have to look into that. That's nothing that we want. But yeah. So, none of those actually had anything that could help me in doing the seed farm that I wanted. I made travel anchors because I was going to set up actual base work, then spend hours working on trying to get the seeds working properly. I had the demon dream fruit because I wanted to make the last couple of what is it? Chickens that we could. Not the nether star, the like draconium and the skystone both needed the feathers that you send into the ritual fire. That also stumped me for a little because I was confusing the liquid meat that we get from the mob crushing factory as the meat that we get from the metallurgy smeltery. You need the smeltery one, not the one from the mob crushing factory. So that took me ages to figure out why it wasn't working. This is the relay that I made to split up all the source to the jars. Storage, I upgraded a couple of the drawers as you saw, just so that we could actually get more of the things we need. The growth accelerators, interesting. It wants you to do this for budding crystals, actually. That's why it gives you the annihilation plates. Okay. Now this, I actually jumped ahead and made, because... So, when this was connected to a single, controller that was connected to all of these, my system, the, Ars Nouveau one, was showing everything that was connected, all of these. The actual ME was only showing, like, 36, I think it was. So, that's why I now have 4 different, controllers, one for each wall. But the reason I made the crafting terminal was I thought, oh, maybe it's just an issue with the viewing table. I don't know why I thought there'd be a difference, but I did. So I just built this thinking maybe this will fix it. It didn't. I fixed it like that, but yeah, let's see, useful tips. We just forgot to claim this in the last one. No, wait, I bought one of those because I was trying to get the time crystal to actually work. Where's my, what's it called? Just dire things. So, got this. Give me amethyst. Budding amethyst, yeah? I put that onto there. Give me an ender pearl. Should have just grabbed it while I was in here. So take that. Put that in there. That'll convert fairly quickly, might I add. Where's my second cardboard box? I had two. It's that one. Did I leave it in here? No. It's not in there. Okay, I somehow lost a cardboard box. How are you looking? You're looking good. How about this chest? How are we looking? Still looking pretty good now that you're not just voiding everything. Wrong way. So, you got this. You see how it's got the, sparkles going into it and it just, made that noise. Now, I actually bought the cardboard box, so I'm gonna need to buy another one. Go back to spawn, give me the fabricator, I think it was. So, this budding time crystal. If we actually, hold G over this, you've got the budding time that consumes forge energy and fluid time to grow clusters. It's the echoing. I don't know how to actually get the time crystal on its own. So we can't actually make this to then use power to then, yeah. There's no, like, way to actually get the thing on its own. But if we go here and go at just dire things, or is it in here? I had the Just Dire book. Just Dire. Yeah, I had the book for the Just Dire thing. Because I made it. Anyway, we go in here, we go with, resources, I think it was. Time crystals. Use Shadowpole's goo to convert a budding amethyst block into a budding time crystal. Budding time crystal block must absorb time energy from each of Minecraft's 3 dimensions: the overworld, the nether, and the end. Place the budding time crystal block in the overworld for some time. It will begin absorbing the energy with the blue particles that we saw. Once the block changes color, it's ready for the next step. You need to move the block into the nether at this point. However, you cannot break it without shattering it. Even Silk Touch doesn't work. So you'll need to find some other way. So I got the cardboard box, I put it on there, broke that, ran all the way down to the nether area. I really should just buy the, what's it called? The teleporter rings. Just so I can go quickly to the areas. But we do need time crystals. That's why that was the creeper event. Oops. Oh yeah, I turned off the goat event as well. Mainly because it kept pissing me off in that, I tried to set myself up to AFK at the farm, just doing the shift right click and all that to generate more seeds than it does passively. I'd always come back and find myself knocked off the little perch I made. Professor Mark the Pig Thief. Oh shit. Oops. Jump. There we go. But we're now in the nether. And what I need to do now is go like that. Take that off. And you may notice something. Once in the nether, it will absorb nether time energy, which will appear as orange particle effects. Once the block changes color, it's ready to move again. There is no particles. Like, at all. And yes, I did leave it. I tried speeding it up with this. Didn't work. I tried, just leaving it, going away, doing other stuff, coming back with the chunk loaded. Didn't do anything. So, using the cardboard box to move it is not actually a viable way to do it. Like, I'll do this. I'll come back in, say, half an hour. So, pretty much at the 1 hour mark. And then I'll show you that it still won't have changed. But yeah. So I moved all of these down one, so that I could, run the cable under the ground. I also just connected all of these because I wanted it to match that. Because there are still a couple things that are exclusive to the Unearthers. I do need to just actually put these back in. Let's go down here. What were you? No, I want that. Can I have the export bus? You're soul sand. You're used with a geologist. There. Oops, no. Use with soul sand as blue. Yes. So you go there. You were the one, I think, the other rock. No, you're the endstone. You're with a, dimensionalist. I meant to just, you're the other rock, which is another dimensionalist, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Gravel, which is a, geologist. You can have the yellow one. I don't know why I have a yellow one. I would have thought that the yellow one I had would have been the dirt one. You're Sam, which is an archaeologist. You're Dust, which is an archaeologist. Why do I have... Why do I have one less than I should? Okay. That's something I didn't know. But yeah, I've got export buses connected to all of these, which will then pump them in. This one's still not getting any... If I take you out, you don't get it either. Can these not input from the top? Because they can output from the bottom. And see, this is the issues that I've been dealing with off camera of nothing I try to set up is working the way it reasonably should. Because as we saw, these are input on the same channel as all of these, and yet we know from... What one is it? It was the gold one, wasn't it? Yeah. We know from this that... Okay, now apparently you're not. Why must all these issues happen? You're always active, exporting, round robin enabled. You're on a different channel. Maybe I should also put a, green one on that. You're doing your best. You know what? Let's check the others. Where's my... This one would have, There's one on here, yeah? The emerald. You don't seem to be... You just got it. Cool. So you're working properly. This side is working. Which... These are all connected from the same central node, so... All of these should work the same as... each other. Why aren't you, Oh right, I ranked you up, so you can't actually push out more than... You just went up, good. Come around here. These are all full. I think you must have... Yeah, you did. Glass. I just want to see it go up. Good. All of those are the same. Redstone. You're above 60, so obviously you've gone up, but I want to see it happen. There. Iron, again, I think it has to go down to like... Yeah. Check the copper one, because we need a surprisingly high amount of copper for some reason. And you went up, good. I think that's the last one. Oh no, coal. We just saw it go up. So, because there are none on this wall that need it. So why then, if you're coming off of the same pathway, inserting with the same priority, why are you not working? Do any of you work? I can't actually see the rest, but... Okay, it's just this one. Why? Oh. Okay, that would probably be why. I didn't dig that tunnel far enough. Where am I? I hope it went at... Okay, that's fair. Also, I tried using these enhanced item conduits. They don't connect to the normal ones. Okay. Where's my thing? Let's chuck the seeds into the barrel. That, at least, is one problem solved. Cool. Anyway. I didn't want this whole episode to just be complaining about things that I've been unable to get done properly in between. So let's go back to Solaris. Setting up a quantum link. Right, that's what we were doing. That's why we were going through the, where is it? Storage. Because we need to get down to here. Which means we need to do wireless. Should also make a matter condenser, because apparently we need singularities for things. Okay. So let's just work through a matter condenser. Let's get rid of those. What does that need? Okay. Boom. We got it. I'm assuming you need power. No, you don't. So give me my cobblestone generator. Oops, fell in my hole. You need pipes. I don't think these are going to work, but just in case. Huh. Okay. New problem. Draw. I should have 3 that are full of cobble. If I'm going to do this, then I need to actually get the stronger ones. Those ones. Because what I want to do is here, here, chuck you here, here, and here. Put you there and you there. Wait, no. I want you as always active, you as always active, you as always active. Change you to insert and you to insert. I may actually okay, that's not working the way I thought it would. Okay. Need to put a thingo in there. Does it say that in here? For the latter two modes where the resource is produced, the mannequin, or buckets, so a 1K storage component. Okay. 1K. Oh, hey, we just so happen to have. I've never actually done this, so. There, we now have a matter ball. That was not the one we needed, though. We needed a singularity. Right? And how much did that need? 64K. Okay. That's, a little bit of nested component. Nested. Let's try that again. A little bit of nested crafting. So for those ones, they all need calculations, which is certus. Okay. So, 3 of those, which means 9 of those, which means 27 of those. Which means, okay, regular certus works, means we need 26 logic. Might help if I didn't try and search for the finalized component. We need 52 of those, wasn't it? Right, because 1, 4, 4, and so that's actually 13. Whatever. Give me silicon. How are you looking in power? Need more. I forgot these bulk crafted. I also need Certus. That was what, 13 was it? God, I hope I math correctly. This takes a lot more power than I thought it did. We'll be able to make 26 of those. Means we should be able to make... Oh, we need more quartz glass. It's always something. Turn this into a crushing factory specifically for this. How are we looking? You can take a couple more. Turn my thing back on. That mech. Are my energy upgrades in here? Okay, so that's 3 crafts of it. Go, 9 of those. Should be 3 of those. 1 of those. Cool. So put you into there. Up. Might up by. What do we get from that? Osmium, more pipe upgrades. I think I had that void upgrade was mine. Wee. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that work. Oh, hey, cool. We get more 1K storage. Intro needs ended dust. What is for? Extended AE or advanced AE? Okay. No, it is extended. So there are 2 AE add-ons now. Okay. So we can't make that till we've done the quantum ring anyway. So, need a wireless access port. And the, well, preferably the universal terminal. Okay. So you have to make all the individual terminals and then combine them together just to make the wireless. Um, wait. Ah, that's a pattern. Just want the wireless terminal. So we need that, that, and that. We've got none of that. Need another formation and annihilation, another logic, okay. That needs energy cells and a calculation. Need more fluid dust. Gonna need more than that. So give me another stack of Certus. You can go in there. That'll thingo itself. So, dense energy cells requires energy cells. Made 2. Also requires more quartz glass, needs a calculation. You need a fluix. What about you? You require another one of those. We can buy this from the fabricator. I don't want to buy it if I can just craft it myself. So is there anything I can do? Need 1 calculation. 1 logic. 2 calculations. So, that is... I had Certus. 2 of that. Gold. 1 of that. Can go in there. You might be out of... yeah. Now they have made it so that the lava eggs, for the most part, can be used in recipes that require a bucket. Just not with this lava generator. This lava generator still, requires actual abundance of lava. Buckets of lava. I don't even know what a button of lava would be. You can go in there. You can go in there. Good. Annihilation, that's another logic. And the, so another 2 logic. Should have looked at that before. Get 20 fluids from that. Normally this is a lot quicker. The issue is it's running all of the power each time. Okay. That makes sense. Give me that, and give me a formation. There we go. There, ME terminal, done. One thing that we need. That just needs this, which just needs the fluids power. So 17 of that, give me regular quartz. I don't even know what I was trying to spell with that. 17 of that. 17 of that. Turn off my thing. Still only have this as my infinite water source. There we go, that's 34 of that. Take that, halve it. Send that in for dust. Because we need, what, 8 for the 2 flukes pearls. There. So we can then make 2 of those. Which means we should be able to make that. And give me my... Just need the dense cell. Which means... You can see why I added glass as to one of the ones that we've got a bunch of. We need, what is that? 6 more? Going with that, 17. You can also see how easily it is to just run down the redstone reserves. Get in there. I don't think we should have done all that, but... Give me more lava. I should just make another regular Orotech generator. Just basically do what I've done here of an export bus of coal. Because this is just powering my entire system. I also haven't connected. This was set up so that I could turn all of my other rock, well, the other cobble, into other rock. How many more? 2. And now we'll go with that. Is that not? You specifically need the crafting terminal. Okay. And also give me another crafting table. Let me just, for now, you can go. We don't have any range cards, nor do we have any, like, charging. There's some range cards. Let me go to the world engine just to chuck this in here. This is what I needed for the splitter relay. It's the full enchanting apparatus. It was, what was it? Splitter. That. It was half lapis, half quartz, and just a regular source relay. It's really easy to make. I thought I was going to actually need to move that down, but apparently this works without source. I reset up this because I needed more of the water essence for more of these. This is where I've set up my Empower and my Atomic Reconstructor. Like, there's just a whole bunch of open space here. Why not just put all of my power stuff here? I'm still going to actually make an Orotech room. And that's probably what I'm going to turn... Oops. What I'm going to turn that room into, rather than going down. I just need to actually get these finalized so I can see what can be voided and what can just be... still needs more chests. How are we going? 1.5. How are we going? You're still full? Cool. Yeah, so... The Quantum Network Bridge allows you to connect machines and storage far from your base to your A2 network, allowing you to automate from afar. This is how you can automate the world engine. To make this, you'll need to build two identical multi-block structures, one connected to your main network, and one connected to the new place you want to build in. Each multi-block will consist of 8 quantum rings, there, and with an ME quantum link chamber in the center, there. To connect the two, you'll need to craft and use a quantum entangled singularity, there, on each of the link chambers to connect them. The quantum ring only allows 128 channels total from it, no matter what face you connect to. You can also only connect to the 4 quantum rings that are adjacent to the link chamber, as the corners do not connect. Okay. Both sides will need to be chunk loaded to work. Well, that works with the base being directly above the thingo. So, what do we need for this? Let's go. Here. That's why we need singularities. Bookmark that. Here. Need more fluix pearls. I knew I shouldn't have gotten rid of all my fluix. Here. Need another couple energy cells. Need another 8 energy cells. Also need some dense cables, okay. That's just wool around normal cable, isn't it? Need a diamond one. Um... It needs dense smart cables. So, dense smart. Is there just a basic one? So you need the covered cable anyway. So why not just do it like this? Apparently I only had one piece of wool. Okay. Nope. Not what I meant to click. There. Now I can go like that. Then go like that. Right. And that was the one we needed 8 of, yeah? Yeah. Okay, that's annoying. Let's focus up and do this properly. So, let's go covered cables. Where's my... There. Not fucking cyan. Make 2 stacks of that. Give me ME cable. Should only need that. Give me my wool back. There. then we turn you, oops, into the smart cables. There, cool, we've got the 8 of those. Done. 16 logic. Doable. And 8 diamond ones. Which means we're going to need more of those. So give me more of those. You know what, that's actually good enough. You, you ran out of power. Second that. Still going. Did I just put them back straight back in there? Yes. And you just needed fluix. You know, I really should have read up on this before, I just started pumping things into it. Because we lost a lot of cobble. Give me... No, 8 of those. We should be able to make 8 of those. Good. And you're 1 to 2. Yes, good. We actually do need... What is it? 2 more? Couldn't remember if I had 1 or not. One, two, three, 4. That. There we go. That's actually all we need for... We need a pattern provider as well. We can actually make that. That makes sense. Because how are you meant to auto-craft if you don't have any patterns? What I want to do now is we run all the way back down here, because I want to demonstrate. I should actually grab my cardboard box, just in case by some miracle this has worked. Give me cardboard box, the empty one. Also give me... do I just have a regular... that'll work. If by some miracle this has worked, great. Also, there's something weird I've noticed about this mod pack. And this could be just ignorance on my behalf from having not played Minecraft in years. Well, a couple of years. I set the game peaceful a couple times when I was trying to, like, max out the efficiency of the farm, just so I didn't die of hunger. One, that doesn't really affect because I'm playing a normal, and I forgot that that's more of a hard thing of just passively losing a bunch of hunger, even just standing there, so that was unnecessary in and of itself, I'll admit. But hostile mobs were still spawning. Like, before I shut down my... see? Not orange. So, this... using the... what's it called? Cardboard box does not work for moving it. Whatever it does, it validates some sort of some piece of code that allows it to actually continue progressing. That or the nether ring just doesn't work. I have no other idea how to get the time crystals, because we actually need we need the time crystals for this. We also need time steel, which is just energized steel in the thing, and that's easy. The cuckoo clock, that's easy. The awakened feathers, I'll actually demonstrate how to get that. Let's go with, I need, what was it? Devil? Demon? Demon. You, give me feather or 8 of those. Give me my flint and steel. There. This is literally just light a fire, chuck that in. Let's try that again. Try that again. It's chuck that down, light a fire. Now it's spirit fire. Chuck your feathers in and they become awakened feathers. I'm gonna do something. What was I gonna do? Still looking good there. Still got some there. We've got ones left over from things that are full, that way in case it ever actually runs out fully. Because... oh. Okay. Required structure of resonant void. Crystal matrix block and crystal energy core stabilizer. So, needs at least 2 more upgrades than what we have to be able to make that. Is there... just says it can be used as a Gemini's jewelry. Speaking of, what is it? Jewelry, jewel crafting station. Okay, we can make a jewel that way. 4 archwood planks. Do I have archwood? I got 1 archwood plank. There. So 4 of those. 2 copper. And 1 lapis. Go to the world engine. How much power does this take? Nothing, it needs source. So, give me... Do I have my wand on me? No. Jewel crafting station. So let's go home. Place this down here. Give me that. Give me... I don't think this part was needed, but... What the hell is that? Oh. Added metals. A ringed gem. Boom, creative flight. The Celestia gem, gemstone just gives you creative flight. And this was actually really easy to make. You can make that very early on and just have creative flight. How close are we? Almost there. You know, that doesn't really help if they can't pump out quick enough. Almost there. This basically means I don't just have to jump everywhere. we're getting close to... How close to full are we getting? You still don't seem to have gone up much. You've gone up considerably. You've gone up considerably. You... Diamonds... Yes. Glass, yeah. So it is working properly. It's just annoying that things like this won't actually fill up until... How are we looking? You're good. You're good. You're still at 10. You're still at 8. You should be done by now. Yes. There we go. Now give me an ender pearl. I did not react quick enough for that. Do I have any TNT? I wonder if that would count. Huh. Since when has my mob farm been half... Oops. That was meant to be that one. Did I unclaim that? No, and I have to be over there to actually be able to do it. So you... There we go. So we've now completed this. And that is the reason that I wanted to do this quest, is because it gives us the second one. Okay. So that just allows for infinite... Okay. So we'd need to make a couple extra, thingos, but... Now we can go back to spawn. Go to... Catalyst? No. Which one is it? Solaris. You are the Lightbender. Give me one of the orange ones. We got the Eternal Stick. Lightbender. You. That concludes my current research. We can now buy... some magic bullets. We can make QIO stuff. Got no idea what that is. Matter tanks from replication. That's the what is it? Those things down the bottom, the ones that look like the old Thorncraft things. Let's go back to the world engine now. Submit that. Submit that. Where is this quantum ring being built? Yeah, like that. Problem is, I don't know if a single what's it called? Coal generator is going to be enough for this. This is not going to stay here permanently. In fact, I don't even really want to be putting it here to begin with. If we then just go like that, ME cables. Might help if I put the space in. So that should have linked this to this. Go back to the world engine now. Is that one also thingoing or? Yes. If we take that out, it shuts down. Yep, cool. Okay, cool. So now we can do auto crafting with this. And now we just have this pathway. The Malum and the Ignis fight. So, what do we need? Runewood log. Means we need a runewood sapling, which comes from... I don't know. Okay. Can you go to the Arcane Grove? Got it. Refined Soulstone. We have that. I bought that because I needed it for... What did I need it for? I used it for something. Oh yeah, the Draconium chicken. So we need to go to the Arcane Grove. What I'm going to actually do is we're going to go back to Ascent. Because I get my ass handed to me with that. Okay, so it is the same speed regardless. It just seems a lot quicker when running. I really should get into Apotheosis and, like, affix my gear and everything, but... Why am I going this way? The Arcane Grove was... this way. I don't actually seem to be burning hunger when I'm flying, though. So I get the benefits of my, speed without the drawbacks of having to run. Nice. Ah, yes, there's some roomwood. I have my axe on me, yes, yes. Probably should grab a crook, but... give me that. Oh, great. You're like the, what's the blue one? Cool, we got that. The blue one that has mineral, that's it. I was thinking, has the blue chunks that you jump down to squeeze juice out of. Give me my light levels. Oh, right. There's wildness in here. I also don't have a, way to really deal with creepers. I'm looking for something specific. I have no real way of finding it, other than just falling into it like I did last time. Don't even really remember what it looked like when I fell into it. I'm gonna put torches on the... What the fuck are you? I've never actually seen that mob before. I've only seen the, white wildens. Does this one not have one? Yeah, this one. The defender. So, and we're back where we started. I guess it's not a staple? The one I went to in my other world, it had a, weeping well in it. That's what I'm looking for. There was no signs or anything above ground as to it being there. I just fell into it. And it was definitely on the... Oh, there it is. Do I have anything I can toss into it? No, I don't have the, Oh, that's that one. Why did that say task complete? Weeping well. I sort of want to jump in. Right here. That should be enough indication. Now, where's the front door here? Come on. I don't know what I have. Excuse me? That is making it so... They all get, blasted away. So I still don't have enough to just brute force that. I would have if he didn't, do that, like... The... Yeah, that's what I thought. some, okay, gotta turn that off. Just give me a stack of those. Dash back. I didn't even notice my health was that low. He like took off a full row of hearts. And just... I guess that is what happens when you take a firework to the face. And he does seem to send out a cluster of them. Paper. Oh, hey, water essence. That's nice. Okay, those ones don't have anything. Oh, what the fuck is that? I didn't even notice that was there until it attacked me. Hey, this... Gateway Pearl? Some useful stuff in here. Chicken spirit souls. Oops. Little balcony thing. That. In case I want to set up another, You not... Where are you? You. Oh, shit. You can apparently go in anywhere. So where's that wraith? Where is that wraith spawner? Take another one of those. Take another one of those. That's an axe. Take that. I don't know what any of this R stuff is. Like, I don't know if that ink is needed. Oh. Tried to go for the triple. Oh, worms. Don't know why I'm taking all of the health potions. What's that? Ah. When taking damage from a living entity, it has a 13% chance to create a player illusion on the opposite side of the attacker. Okay. And that goes on the... Yeah, you can go anywhere. But do you only work if you're on the back? Try it. Do a different inscription table. Okay. I have no idea where those wraiths were coming from then. Unless they were all spawned from that one spawner. Nothing up here? Okay. Anyway, so what were we doing? Get the Archivoker again. Runewood. And my system's full. Okay, we want the drive extender, was it? Okay, that's what we need the crystal assembler for. Just give me two. That. There we go. Let's go with Malum. It was this one. There we go. Probably need a few of those, so tampering with spirits. now, just so we can give it a little bit of room. Okay, that obviously needs... Commune was prohibited... was probably a stretch. Commune. You'll need the souls of specific mobs, and that means cosplaying as the Grim Reaper and swinging a scythe. Mobs will release their spirits when killed with a scythe, meaning you need to hunt down specific monsters for their souls. Zombies and skeletons should have all the souls you need for this craft. Soul-stained ingots. Well, we have a lot of those. What was it? The soul... Three wicked, one earthen, and one arcane. Also need a scythe. Guessing you don't count? Okay, you do. No. That goes under the gearing up, I guess. We need to make an actual crude scythe. Yep, cool. Give me... Got 19 of those. Don't know of anything that needs the base form, so let's just chuck them in here. So, 4 of you. Give me a piece of iron. Do this. It has the iron in the middle. Wicked spirits. Three of those. Earthen and arcane. You. Getting closer, or... wish to infuse on top of it, along with the appropriate set of arcana. If I wish to fuse other items in the process, I must place them in some form of room wood. Must be with... Okay. And... that. Can I put all four in one? Yes. I really thought that's what these little things on the outside of the block were. Okay. So let's go to the Ignis battle. Probably gonna get my ass handed to me again. Don't need that. You go in there. You there, I guess. You. Yeah, roll to the Inferno. You're north. Okay. Anything else I can think of to gear up before this? I don't have any fire resist, do I? How do I make a fire resist potion? Magma cream. Hmm. Okay. I'm guessing I need to okay. So we don't actually have the stuff needed for that. Never mind. Haven't actually seen anything along this path that, unless it's that, could very well be that. I should actually read. Do it. I think I actually needed the big step disc. Otherwise, why would it have had me grab it? Yeah, why would it have had me grab that music disc if I didn't need it? I do hope I can actually do this. Because I have not had the best showing when it comes to combat. And you'd think with, the amount of protection I have, that I'd be able to just tank hits. Oops. You know what? While we're here, let me just, get rid of that. Yeah, it is. I don't know if spawned in my path. You're all the way down there, that's fine. As long as those piglins don't come after me. Shouldn't have anything to worry about. Probably should have brought my shield. That helped me a lot in the Ender Chicken fighting. This is after that, so you'd think it'd be harder. The likelihood of me having actually dug to the entrance is very unlikely. In fact, I think... I don't know. There's one on this side. I was going to say that little notch at the top would probably be the entrance, but... do I just want to dig the whole way around? Probably on a different Y level, to be honest. So 141, 132, 1193, 168. So it was the notch on the top. Great. Huh? Oh. Way above. You're not enchanted, you are. I am crystal. I wonder if that would allow me to do the... what's it called? The time crystal. Turn my base into a nether expanse. Then turn my base into the, what's it called? End one as well. Oops. Okay. Oh no. Please tell me this is just telling me what the, what each block does and I don't have to, like, match a tune. I think I'm able to avoid these places. Funny. Ow. Oh, right, there's the, shadow of me. I'm assuming this is what I need to do, considering just keeping the pattern. Because there's fire effects coming off of me when I do this, heading towards the center. %to the goal. Okay, yes. Took my... Ow. Dead. As soon as I saw how much damage that thing did, I should have just ate the apple straight away. Again, I got too cocky because those blazes did absolutely nothing to me. What can I put on a shield? Nothing really. I'm gonna make a new one. I may take that. Can I have that back? Well, there goes my everlasting steak. The fuck am I meant to do? By the time I collect my stuff, I'm already dead. I can activate that one. Cool, so it's not the, it's not the apotheosis thing. Oh, give me my fucking stuff back. I will reset the dungeon and do the place thing again. If I have to. Just give me my stuff back. Fucking hell. Give me... what is it? Dash... Dungeon? What is it? Reset closest structure. Oops. Might help if I actually... There. Whole thing's been reset. I do have to... Oh, they're still down there. I do have to now go get my other thing of pig step. Problem is, I still don't have, like, access to... Celestia Gem, from what I've heard, is not that good. I could make the Project E armor. I can make the Dark Matter. How do I get this? Dark Matter and the Smithing Temple. That's fine. I can make that. Do I have to make that? Because I can. Give me my fucking... Why did I do that? I have diamond blocks. There. So, we need 8. We have 11. Got 3 of those. What do you get? I need 4. Well, actually, keep 4 of those so I can turn those into the red metal ones eventually. It doesn't mean I need another dark metal. It's what, a stack of this for? Ah, yeah, no, it's 2 stacks. My smithing table, I think it's... Do I even have a smithing table? Not out. Oh, right. I forgot I did that. I've got fucking dark matter on. Is that going to help me? Or am I still going to get my ass handed to me? You can go away. Delete. My everlasting. Just the base level one. Gonna run around the here for a little bit, just to try and burn through my hunger so I can eat this once. Try not to shove it into another unbreakable pot. Yeah, let's fly all the way back. Hear me, pig step. Is there a way for me to... Okay, we can actually make that with latex. Yep. 100 millibucks to latex, okay. Not that bad. So if need be, we can make more and try this again. Let's just basically say that first attempt never happened. I have 3 rows of hearts. I have 2 rows of armor. I have dark matter gear on with fuck ton of protection. If this still isn't enough, that's going to be an issue. I'm in the basic tier when it comes to enemy damage in that they have no additional damage. Oh, right, did actually need the... Was... It's all coming up. Oh. Not gonna touch any of the chests. We've already looted them once. I do find it funny I can just ignore the blazes, like, they don't give me any issues. Nine. There we go. Hey, this time I got the pig step back. Oh, I got the pig step back the last time as well. I think the fly. Flute. Harp is the diamond. Bitsynth. I can't go back. Okay, so it's not the snare drum. That makes sense. Square wave. It's the only one that's not an actual... vibraphone. I wonder, which one's the vibraphone? L's. Match that. Oh. You? Why is it back at full health? Thinking maybe it's like the Lich from the Twilight, where I have to deflect the one that's... tank that one rather than actually send it back. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. don't know what I was meant to be doing, because what little damage I was able to deal to it, he healed back up immediately. Give me another relic apple just so I can survive more than a second. Ow! How did you get me with that? And I'm dead. Oh, how did I survive that? Still think I meant to hit him with those. Maybe not. We've got too many blazes. If I get too close, he stabs me. So we wait. And he's... back up to full. I don't know what I'm meant to do there. Could think of maybe... my philosopher's stone. 2 of those. Gets me what? Half of those. Which gets me 8 of those. Make a dark matter. Not that one. Does it need to be charged? I can't remember. No. Yeah, I don't know what I meant to do, because I can't damage him. How much damage does this do compared to a... netherite? 8, 13. One sec. Am I playing it too safe? Because every time I try and go in, he stabs me with a sword and I take a shit ton of damage. Which I mean, it's fair. You should take a shit ton of damage when you're stabbed and then lifted by a sword. But really don't know what... Because he heals up pretty quickly. It was harp, which was diamond. Then it was emerald. Then it was vibraphone, which... Huh. Does he have, like, vampirism? Yes, he does seem to have some form of vampirism. That's what I was hoping for. You can actually see me moving back in my chair every time I try and dodge backwards. Go away from the wall. Oh, he just heals up massively from that. And he's back up to full. This isn't how you meant to do it, but... Ow. Look at that. Ow, my hand's cramping. Well, I just stopped. I don't think I want to be standing there. Yeah, it's fucking comboing me now. Is that? want you to just heal up. I disagree with that. Stop him punching me. I know I'm one hit away from ending this. Got him. Okay. So we got that done. Assuming that went into my... Okay. Let's go home. That was in no way the way I was meant to do that, but... I lost both my shoes. Okay. Enchanted book. Looting 8. I need another one of those. That was... what was it? Iron. Stone. 4 of those. Wicked spirits. Was... either way on. 3 of those? Yeah. Earthen. Arcane. Cool. So now we have 2 of those. There. 1 of those. There's a block of emerald. was the last thing? It's 4. Think there's enough source in my world engine already? Yeah. And how much power did you need? You... Oh, not much, comparatively. Having such an open arena for me to just fly around and um just dive into him whenever. Oh, I got another one of those. Cool. This adaptive resistance does not seem to do shit. Let's go to the Infernal. Cool. Hey, we needed those. What did I need those for? Um, Basically, I'm pretty sure this permanently powers a blaze burner. Um, don't know what gaze is. Hmm. That's actually handy, but we can also make those. In fact, I've already made one of those. Yeah, I put the... It's just crying obsidian, nether star, and glass. So that and a piece of crying obsidian um, makes a construction stick unbreakable. I also put on the destruction. I don't know how that works, but yeah. Anyway, let's go to the world engine. And let's build. Submit that. You're not even circling where it's being built. And you go down a couple blocks. That. What does that unlock? Oh yeah, the vitality stuff. Where you can then increase the damage in that based on how many heart things you've put in. You need an Afrit essence, Echo dust, transmutation powder, and a cognitive sword. And then if we actually look at the quest for that, it was here. Up to 96 base damage. So if you have a way to very easily get wither skeletons, to get wither bones and that, and I mean, I have a wither skeleton spawner, I'm pretty sure. I want to just quickly check my system for that. Fucking let me out. Spawner, blaze, wraith, there, with the skeleton. So I could set that up in here, fully hypothesize it, and then just get a shit ton. Yeah, this gem dust, it has no tags. So you can't actually get rid of it. Um anyway, let's go to spawn. Speak to the Echo of Guidance. Okay, it's not playing. Your world engine can now support tier 4 upgrades. The work will now reboot 3 additional archives. The Echo of the Wormrite will lead you into the realm of the Draconic and the Void. The Echo of Twilight and Echo of the Ancient will guide you through several vaults across different distant dimensions. Unlocking Oblivion. So, the Wormrite, the Ancient, and the Twilight. Okay. It's weird. What did you unlock now? The Twilight Ring and the Void Chasm. I'll also Prodigy Gear. Combat Relic, Greater Combat Relic, Awakened Gear. Oh no, it's got the modules in the loot pool as well. And all of the actual gear is rude. Okay, that's rude. Well, it ancient. So are there just 2 down here? Yes. Yes, there are. Welcome, mortal, to your resting place. Not within this archive precisely, but likely within the vault you must conquer, if you wish to obtain the ancient upgrade for your world engine. Pay no heed to my sibling Twilight. Pride has been held onto a little too tightly, even as an echo of the work. Still, I cannot deny I share some of their doubts about your ability to restore the world engine. No matter. As you have likely realized, despite the fragments of who we once were, we remain bound by our programming. We act as the work commands regardless of our own feelings or fears. Your upgrade lies within a vault so ancient that moving it between realms would cause its collapse. The only path to it is through a portal within the ancient deep. Perhaps the Infernal or the Enchanter have already spoken of this place, each in their own way. Whatever they called it, you must be ready to fight for your survival. Defeat the horrors within, and you will uncover an alloy known as Cursium. With precision and care, it can be molded into euphonium, essential for advancing your world engine. Craft 16 euphonium blocks. Uranium resource node, radio. Super dense energy cell. Hey, what's your flowing time? And 2.5 hours to your temporal pouch. Okay. And you. I only have one of those. Tree of Time. What is mini dust? More replication stuff. Look, brother, another would-be savior of mankind. How pitiful and yet how predictable. So this is the one the work chose to send to their doom. Unlike you mortals, my brother and I were born of an ancient and forgotten people. I watched for the ages pass since the fall of twilight, stories older than time itself. If you are foolish enough to seek death, then by all means challenge the vaults none to have conquered. Your world contains vaults translocated by the work in a desperate attempt to hold back the end of yet another dimension. Within them dwell the remnants of my homeland, beings of immense power and wrath. To strengthen your world engine, you will need their heads as trophies, each one bound with an aspect of ancient magic. Begin with the Lich, Master of Illusions, and the Undead. Then seek the frozen caverns where the ancient Yeti roam, its strength forged in frost and rage. Next you must face the rulers of flame and ice, the ice-clad queen, and the three-headed Hydra. Finally confront the legions of undead knights who guard the last bastion of the Twilight Realm. Bring me their heads, mortals, and perhaps you will prove that your kind has not been completely incompetent. Claim all 5 trophies from the vaults within the Twilight Ring. Okay, meet Twilight, a lair of the Lich. Dust Catalyst and Soul Cage. Found within Lower Deep Slate, the ancient city holds a giant portal that can finally be activated, allowing you to defeat the boss within. Upon entering the portal, you will receive a blindness effect that can only be good by filling your soul cage with mob cells dropped from killing strengthened enemies. That's a sentence. You must hold the soul cage in your offhand to charge it. Once you have filled your soul cage, you may start the boss fight by taking the elevator in the starting room. Killing mobs with the Reaper enchant will fill your cage quicker. Pretty sure I have Reaper on this. Reaper 6. Okay. And let's go meet the Wormrite. That is... there. Oh. Play and not play. Well, 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 what do we have here? I gotta say, seeing a human reach such heights of knowledge wasn't something I expected, but I'd take this surprise. If memory serves, the last thing I was doing before all this was looking for my brother's beast. You haven't seen him around, have you? People tend to think dragons are nothing but wild fire-breathing beasts with wings the size of continents. But I'm half dragon and I turned out pretty normal, right? Anyway, you're here for that upgrade, so let's get to work. I can provide 2 upgrades for your world engine. The first will need key materials to craft the foundation of draconic technology, an energy core with 4 stabilizers and 4 crystal matrix blocks. The matrix design isn't dragon tech, of course. My brother borrowed it from another echo he worked closer with. Energy core stabilizers, crystal matrix blocks, and an energy core. You give me Dragon Head, already have. Portable QIO dashboard, no. Draconic generator, and an advanced dislocator. Speed add-on for Orotech. Is that a creative? Ah, capacitor. Supermassive QIO drive, and the ultimate tunes. What happened to the one that you could just automatically take it from base to max? I swear there used to be an upgrade like that, rather than having to put in each individual step. Yeah, that's easy. Um, that's also easy. That's also easy. And Crystal Matrix, which is Diamond Lattices, which is, yeah. I can do that. Very easily. We don't have time to do it today, but, yeah. So we managed to do what I was wanting, which was to complete this. We, really need to work on power. Like I need to actually make something that can run this. I need to actually set up some, like, actual stuff. Surprisingly, you're still going. You do seem to be somewhat self-sustaining. With me putting... yeah, you're almost run out, though. But with me putting the priority of this one up, does mean that it gets the seeds first, so it can... Okay. So we've moved up a tier in terms of loot. I wonder if maybe I should, turn the ceiling collapse back on. See if that has anything. Vent toggle FTB collapse. But anyway, that's all we're going to do today. I don't have time because I work tonight to really do much off camera in terms of expanding the layout. All I'm really going to be able to do is just, while I'm at work, set this up to run with my, thing I want. But anyway, gonna end this one here. I'll catch you in the next one.